Hello, I'm Executive Chef Joseph Schwartz. Welcome to our kitchen. Today I'd like to shift gears a little bit and share with you my recipe and procedure for preparing a vegan burger. This vegan burger is based loosely on one I used to use when I worked in Las Vegas many years ago. Exceptional flavor, texture was great, it's just all around winner. And the positive side, or even more beneficial, is that you can make this at home, eliminating all the over processing and additional chemicals and artificial things that you might find with pre-made products. So join me now as I show you how easy it is to make this amazing vegan burger. Well, at this time I'd like to say thank you very much to all the current subscribers. Your support is greatly appreciated. First timers and repeat guests, welcome. And if you like the content and you get taking something away from it, subscribe to the channel, like the videos, and hit the notification bell. Be up to date with all the weekly posts. Let's get cooking. Well, to begin, I have a non-stick pan preheating over medium-high heat. I'll go ahead and add a little bit of blended oil. And let's go ahead and saute our onions. We're gonna cook these for maybe 3 minutes or so. We're just looking for them to get translucent and very aromatic. At this time, we will add our garlic and then go ahead and continue to saute for about a minute or so, just again until it becomes aromatic. Now let's add our carrot. The carrot you could either brunoise or shred it. I prefer shredding. One, it's gonna cook a little faster. Two, when you mix it into the patty, you won't have big chunks of carrot. This is gonna look a little nicer, and also as you bite into it, it's gonna be gentler on the patty itself, meaning you won't take one bite out and a big chunk of carrot come out and take half the sandwich with you. So we're gonna saute this for about a minute. Let's go ahead and season with salt. And some cracked pepper. Well, now that everything is cooked, let's go ahead and remove it from the pan, and I'll put it on a plate and allow it to cool down to room temperature. Now we have our pan again back over medium-high heat. Let's go ahead and add more oil. We're gonna cook our mushrooms. So go ahead and saute these until they're cooked all the way through. Our mushrooms are almost done. Let's go ahead and season with some pepper. And some salt. And again, when they're all cooked through, we will go ahead and remove that and put it to a plate or a tray to cool down, reserving all the liquid. We want to make sure we keep all the liquids. Well, while our carrots and onions are cooling down, we'll take our food processor and let's add our chickpeas. And we're going to process them and do it in a pulsing manner. We're not looking to make hummus. We just want it to be busted up some, that when it goes into the burger, we can have a nicer texture. Now that our vegetables have cooled down and everything has been processed, we're gonna mix. So now I'll begin with my brown rice. Feel free to substitute wild rice if you like. And if you can see the texture, you don't wanna overwork it in the food processor. It's gonna turn to a gum. Now let's add our chickpeas or garbanzo bean. Hearts of palm. onion, garlic, and carrot. Smells excellent, by the way. And then our mushrooms. Get all that nice liquid in there too. Let's go ahead and give it a little turn here. All right, so now we got everything kind of mixed through. Let's go ahead and add potato flour. Feel free to use rice flour also if you like. Let's add our Panko breadcrumbs. Obviously use a gluten-free breadcrumb if you want to maintain gluten-free integrity. Let's mix this a bit. Now I will add lemon juice and lemon zest from 1 lemon. Add our parsley, scallions. Let's go ahead and fold this together. Now I will add pimento espelette. I want to add a little bit of a, not really spicy, but give it a little bit of a bite to it. Let's go ahead with a little bit of salt. And then ground pepper. Now also I will add a little bit of oil. Oil is going to help add to the moisture of it, and it's also going to help with the cooking process. So now go ahead and fold everything together, and then go ahead and give it a taste. Now that we have everything mixed, what I like to do is I will scale my total mixture and then divide by the portion size in order to figure out how many burgers I'm going to make. So this particular mix or recipe should provide you 8 portions of 6.5 ounce patties, or 155 grams, I think it is. So now what I'll do is I'm just going to scale out my 6.5 ounce. Take my mold and then go ahead and press it in place. We're going to repeat this with all the product, and once they are in their mold and like this, we're going to put them in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes or so. You want them to be really cold because they're going to set better when they're cold. So again, repeat with the remaining product. Now that we have our last patty in place, we're now going to transfer this to the cooler. Let it sit for a good 30 to 45 minutes. We want to ensure that these are cold because they will set really nice, and it's going to make life easier whenever you are searing or grilling. Okay. So now that our patties have set, they're nice and cold, either go to the grill or to a saute pan, however you want to do it. I have my non-stick preheated over high heat. 2 ways you could do. You could either use oil or we could use non-stick spray. I'm going to use non-stick spray. I'm going to do both ways, but I'm going to begin with non-stick. So I will spray my product with the non-stick spray. Lay it in the pan. So now we're going to sear these until they get a nice golden color. Now our other side, as we flip, looking nice. So what we can do now, 2 ways to finish these off. One, you could just finish it in the pan if you want to, turn the heat down, go slow. Because everything is cooked, you just need to heat everything up. I approach it, I finish mine in the oven. Just like steaks and burgers, I get a good sear on them, then I remove them, and I finish them in the oven and cook the temperature that way. I'm just more comfortable with it. So this was the non-stick spray. Now I will show you, I will demonstrate with oil. Now, again, the pan is preheated over medium high to high heat. Want it nice and hot. And then let's go ahead and lay our patties in there. Whoop-ah. Now we have it seared, I think. Let's flip it. Oh yeah, nice color. Well, there you have my vegan burger. Contrary to some belief, it has a ton of flavor, I assure you. Meat eaters would even like this thing. So, there are quite a few ingredients into it, but that's by design. I really want it that way. Not to make it difficult, it's just to make it a little more flavorful, as well as nutritionally suitable. You know, what good is eating a good meal if there's no nutritional value to it? You know, like for instance, the hearts of palm. I love hearts of palm. I don't eat it that often, but ever since I first tried it, I really enjoy them. They're great on salads, tons of nutritional value. They're gluten-free, they're a good source of protein, low fat, low calorie. Also a good source of vitamins and minerals like B6, zinc, as well as potassium and magnesium. So that's a good thing to have, right? Other uses for this is you can make a loaf out of it, or you can even use this as a base for, let's say, an Eggs Benedict or something. Top it with a poached egg. Eat it as a substitute to a crab cake or a salmon cake. You know, there's tons of things you could do with this. I also have another version where I'm utilizing black beans instead of the garbanzo beans. I don't put the hearts of palm in it because I kind of keep it a little more southwestern or Latin American-ish, if you will. And then adding cilantro, jalapenos, you know, using a smoked cheddar or even chipotle somewhere in the mix. I will spoon in my own salsa, homemade salsa, to put inside in order to help keep moisture, you know, in line. I hope you enjoyed today's demonstration. I hope it takes something away from it, and then also hopefully maybe break some sort of barriers or fears about eating vegan burgers or vegetarian burgers. This one can be gluten-free by eliminating the panko or substituting with a gluten-free breadcrumb. It is already vegan. Now, enjoy it. The flavor is there for you. Thank you for joining. Yet by it.